Okay. So yeah, so we're gonna go over just some of the back office buttons of what they do, how to upload a product, how to list that product, like where you're gonna list it, if it's gonna be a funnel, your store, or just how to show it off. And then we're gonna show you how to deliver that product to your customer. So let me go back to share my screen. So when you open your Leads booth, this is what you're going to see. This is your launch pad. It'll give you like just buttons to access quickly. Make sure you're looking around. Make sure you're clicking back there. Set up all your, all your personal stuff. Make sure you connect your Stripe. Make sure you connect your domain if you have it. Um, Connect your social media. Do those things. Go to settings down here. Set up your business profiles, put your pictures there, all that relevant information. Make sure you guys do that. Just click around, see what's back there. Um, and in your settings, it's all your configuration. So you will see your billing stuff. There is a integration button. Here's how you set your domain. Here's how you would integrate some of the platforms. So you would connect your social media here, your Stripe, your TikTok, Shopify, Printful, so you can integrate those things. I'm gonna go back. So when you most likely when you come on, this will be the first page you see. This dashboard is going to give you an overview of what your account is doing, what you got, what movement you got in your back office. Um, Conversations are going to be conversations that you're having. So when you connect your social media, you'll see all of that in one place. Kind of how um, the Meta suite has it, to where like Instagram or Facebook, it's all in one place. This is kind of the same thing. All your social media conversations will be here, so you don't have to go one place or another. You can see it all in one place. Um, Calendars, you can connect your calendar, whether it be a Google Calendar. You can connect it. You can set up calendars. So if you guys have services that are um, more of where they have to make an appointment, or even even like if they're requested. I know we have somebody who joined, and she's a her business, or her husband's business, is a plumbing company. So you could even set that up to where they schedule their appointments, to where things flow. So all of it can be done in one system, and you don't have to have multiple systems. That's the great thing about the software. Here is your contacts. Your contacts are going to be where it's going to be where you host up. It's going to be anybody who signs up with who purchased something from you, who you send an invoice. Anybody who you contact, it is going to collect their information. You can find them in your contacts. Opportunities is to it basically puts people in buckets, like, okay, so these people downloaded a freebie, so it'll put them in a section, and you can see where you can have more opportunities for that person. Like, so you would have that person in an area and target those people. Like, okay, this person booked a free consultation, but they might want to do one-on-one. And so the thing about Leadsboost is that it's not just for digital entrepreneurs. It's not just digital. It's anybody can use it. Hairstylists, anybody. So when you are marketing it and you sharing the program, don't just try to target the digital entrepreneurs, because it has the capabilities to benefit everyone. All businesses, coaches would kind of use this more. Um, there's just different ways to utilize the platform. Um, Payments is where you would come for all payment related situations. And so, invoices, your contracts, to review your orders, to start a subscription. If you want a one-time payment link, say you're giving somebody a specific deal, you can give them a one-time payment link. You can review your transactions, and this is where you would list your products. They have coupons here, their settings and other integrations. Your settings is where you would go to, like, do the information for like your receipt, what it says. who it came from, like all those configurations. So I do suggest you guys click around and fill in those information where it needs to be, so that you're looking established in your business. Um, then we have marketing. Marketing is where you will find your social media planner. It's where you're going to be able to, set up your posts to what am I trying to say? To schedule your posts. There is where you would schedule your posts. Um, and your emails, you would set up your emails here. Um, and you can have a affiliate program with this software. So you can set up your affiliate program here. Um, and you can also set up your branding. So you put your brand, your logo, your colors, your typography, and so it'll be across the board. You don't have to keep putting it in or figuring it out. Um, your automations is where you're gonna go to automate. It's where you're gonna go to automate, and I'm gonna get into that more because that's a subject on its own. Um, sites. Sites is where you're going to go design your sites. So this is where you choose your layouts. This is where you change your colors. This is where you change if you where you create a funnel, where you create a website, where you create your stores, um, your blogs. It's more so where you're going to create it at, like where you're going to design that look. Um, um, you forms that you would put on your website to collect data. Surveys are more like questionnaires. So if you want to have someone fill out a questionnaire, that's what surveys are more like. Um, Surveys kind of threw me off at first, but it's more like a questionnaire. Something that has a lot of questions. They have to go to multiple pages as a um, and so there's a whole bunch of buttons here. And so we're going to get into that. Then you have membership. So if you did have a membership, this would um, this would be the configuration for that. So it would show you what courses you put in here, how your community will look. And honestly, back here, if you guys are into memberships and want to do that, when I went into it, it looks very similar to the school platform. It looks very similar to school, like how you can rank up with the different, and when they comment, you can rank up. It looks very similar to school, so I love that. I was like, oh, this is legit, y'all. Okay, so media storage, this is where your media lives. And so anytime you upload something, it's gonna come here. You don't have to keep looking for it. It's gonna be all in one place. Reputation is for like reviews. You can request reviews. You can kind of see what's going on. Um, with that, you can send a review request. It's important to get reviews. Even as digital folks, you have digital products, digital services. We can still be collecting reviews. And then we have some reporting here. Another thing I want to show you guys is this Leadzboost Quick Start. So this will give you kind of some of the information that I'm sharing, how to get into the school platform, most of you guys are in it because y'all here, right? But how to set up your domain, your payments. So that quick start is here for you to find your affiliate portal, which is this button down here. So make sure you guys can get into your affiliate portal, and that will give you your link so that you can be sharing. And then this customer support is if you ever need to reach us, say click on it. It's if you ever need to reach us or you have a question or you need to book a call, you can email us or book a call, create a ticket, and we'll get back to you. If you're having trouble and you can't connect your domain, booking a call with tech support so that y'all can do it one-on-one, things like that. So that's here. So if you ever need that information, and then this Leadzboost community takes you to the school. So that was kind of like a preview of the way around. Like I said, go in there, click the buttons, see where the buttons take you. There's a lot of buttons back here, but don't let that intimidate you. You just want to get familiar with what's going on back here. So now I want to list my product. So I'm gonna list my product. I'm gonna list GBA. So um, I always tell people on these calls. Your products get you paid. So you remember that you list your products and payments. That's how I remember it. Your products get you paid. So you would come over here to payments, and then you come to products, and you would click products. And then you can create your products. You can import them as well. But I'm going to create a product. Here you would choose to include it in your online store or not. Um, and I'm going to show you guys what that is referring to. But I'm going to say include it in my online store. You're going to put
Hi,
your name. Hi,
sorry to interrupt.
no
Um,
problem.
can you show how to import your product from like Beacon? Because I wanted to add the catalyst, but I don't know how to use the affiliate link or where to find it. It's more integrated in Beacon, but I don't know how to connect it to Leadzboost. Sorry to interrupt.
I No, it's fine. You guys are more than welcome to interrupt. I am not sure how to integrate it from Beacons. The people whose stores I've set up, they had a link. So most affiliate programs have a link that they've assigned to you, much like how Leads Groups has a link that they assign to you. And so you need that link.
Yeah,
Um,
but the link is connected to Beacons because she has a like a business partnership with it. So I don't know if it will be the same one to go into Lee's Boost as the one that she has on the in
I, I think
for
so because it's
it
the link
would.
to her beacons. You get what I'm saying?
Oh,
Like, so you don't necessarily need a beacons account because they're not going to be going through your beacons. So you don't need the beacons for it. It's going to take you to her beacons account. You
oh,
get what I'm
okay,
saying?
okay,
Yeah,
okay. Thank you.
you're welcome. Okay, so and that's for affiliate programs. And I'll show you where to put it at. So but we're gonna upload a product. So this could be a digital product or a physical product. Um, and so we're gonna choose to include it in our online store. We're gonna put the name and we're gonna put the description here. Here, here is where you upload the media. The media is going to be the like the listing photo is what I refer to it as. And so that's just that DBA. That's just that DBA, either the red or the black. Hold on, yeah. So this media is where you're going to add the photo. And if you have, this is that first picture where you go shopping and you're like, oh, I like that. You click on it and you want to see the rest of the photos. So we're gonna add the listing photo here. Okay, just that regular DBA, um, that's what you would put here, and you could put more than one photo, and then you would click featured for that first photo. And then if you have collections, if you want to create collections and be able to say, oh, all my MRR programs are here, or my PLR ebooks are here, or my um, vegan lipsticks are here, you can create collections to put them in. So you would create the collection, and then you have to create the collection first, but then you would put it would drop down here, and you would just select it. But that's not required. This tax information, this is not required either for us digital marketers. If you have physical products, you would put that information in. Then you would put the price. Um, you guys should be on, you know, your your dollar current your currency. And this just is on a different one because my teammate set it up. But you would put the price that's here, and then you could put a comparable price of if I'm selling it for $100, but it's comparable at $500 or whatever you want to do, like so it can look like it's on sale. That's for marketing purposes. People love a good deal. They love when they feel like, oh, but it's such a good deal. So that's a good technique to have. Um, and you can also choose if it's reoccurring or not. Um, and that would be good for like memberships or subscriptions, and things like that. Um, if this was a physical product, you can track the inventory. So if you sold hair or anything and you had actual product on hand, this is where you would track your inventory. If you were doing something like shirts or actual physical product and you have variants of it, here's where you would add that variant. And then you can add in your SEO information. And so some people, and SEO is to get you listed when people search. So if I search red shirt with a dog on it, um, depending on the words that you put in your description, is how you would show up in on Google, right? So a lot of times I tell people you can use ChatGPT and you can say, this is what I have, this is my product. The red shirt with a dog on it, right? But you want to be specific sometimes. Like so you can tell them to write you a SEO optimized description for this red shirt with a gray look, I can't even think of dogs right now. With a gray, is that even right? Oh, a red shirt with a brown beagle on it. And so you can tell ChatGPT to write you a SEO optimized description. And that does help you when people are searching for things on Google. And so then you would save, make sure you save after you put all your work in, and now your product is listed. So here is one of the products that I have. This DBA. And so once you put the product in, and when you go back to edit it, it's not gonna look the same as the screen. Some of the things are already gonna be selected. So like, oh no, this one looks the same. Oh, you'll just see different information here at the bottom. So just, don't be mindful of that and like different information at the top. But and then you can choose to include it or not include it in your online store. So if we say, okay, I'm not offering this right now, I want to turn this service off, you can then take it off your online store. Or if it's just a private product, you only want it to be listed in like your funnel, or you only want people to get to it at a certain way, that would be another reason you wouldn't include it in your online store. So now I created my product. And so that's usually the first step that I do because it helps when you go do your next steps. So I created my product. Now I want to show the product off. So there's different ways to show off your product. You can either do it in a funnel. So a funnel would be more for if you're gonna run some ads. Facebook doesn't like you to take it doesn't like for you to um, go straight to a payment page and want you to go to a landing page. So that would be a reason you have a funnel. If you have a product that you kind of want to elaborate on, you have a lot of information, you want to do some convincing, you could do that. That would be a reason to have a funnel. You have a um, you have a freebie that you're just trying to collect information on, or just trying to collect name and emails, um, and it doesn't need to be an whole drawn out situation, a whole drawn out website. You can create a funnel for. Funnels are usually like 1 or 2 pages. It's not like a website that would be a little more elaborate than that, and it you can easily create somewhere to hold some information quickly. Another way you can list your product would be in your online store. So I'm going to show you guys that. So to get there, you would go to your sites, and sites is where you would go to design and put the details on on like your funnel or your store. So when you go to your back office here in sites, some of you guys is back like this page. I'm on the funnels page. It usually takes you to the funnel page. It will look different because when we were setting up and configuring it, we kind of went through some processes and tried different things. So some people will have more than others. Some people will have it would be a little more organized. Some people's won't. So what I would say is to create a folder, name your folder. You can name it templates or you can name it just, you know, and you can put them in the folder so it doesn't look so messy. or you can delete them. If you're not going to use them, you can delete them. I would say, just depending on what you have or how it looks, it's up to you. So there are some MRR funnels here. There are some link in bio, some different designs for your link in bio, and there's some freebies. So let's go to the MRR. So they kind of try to make it easy for you guys so that if you do have those MRR programs or even plan to get some in the future, the funnel page is already here. And I'll show you what one of these look like. So I selected on it. You'll see that. You'll see the funnel steps, and then you will see this page. And so you can go here to edit, or you can click this button to view what the page looks like. So maybe this wasn't the page I wanted to go to. So you can view to see like, hey, is this a page? And it'll show you what that page looks like. I'm like, I like this page. I like this page. And you see how it has the information here. Um, so this is the what is it? Simply passive funnel. Um, Same thing for the others. They all have their own look, but I think these came from the programs themselves. And you see all of them have different steps. And so the steps are important. You got to be mindful of the steps. You don't want to kind of move it. Like you have to be mindful of the steps. Um, and I will let you know why. Let's look at this one. This is Selling with Confidence. Oh, there's a video here. It should come up. Um, but this is their landing page. And so they just kind of made it easy for you guys if you do decide to get it. And so all you have to do is plug in the necessary information. A lot of this is just plug in. You just plugging in the information that's needed. Like here, you would just put your bio here, your photo. Um, and then so some of them have payment plans. And so if you click one button, it'll take you one place. And if you click another button, it'll take another place. And I'll show you guys that. I'm just kind of showing you what this looks like as far as what we have back here. Let me close my tabs because I will have 15 of them open. I've been doing better with the tabs though. So you have MRR funnels back here. And you can ask your question. Let me lower the hand. Maria.
Okay, sorry.
Oh, it's okay.
So I don't feel like my funnels look like this when I'm in the website or like when I'm in my dashboard. I don't feel like mine, like how you're clicking it and then it's showing you like to the side, like the different steps.
So all of them won't have all of those steps. All of them won't have like so if I go to freebie, they won't all require steps. Like see this
Yeah,
one
right
only has
there
a
where it says funnel steps right there. I don't feel like mine show up. I don't feel like that shows up for me. I could be wrong, but I don't recall seeing that.
do you want me to look for you?
Um, Sure. Maybe let me pull up mine. I should have looked
Okay.
before I even said anything. I'm sorry. Let me
It's
double check.
it's okay. It's okay. Um yeah, so they'll have funnel steps, right? So okay, so for example, I'll come back to that. I'll come back to the funnel step situation. Um so there's just different funnels for you guys so that if you ever did want to if you like the look of something, you can always clone it. So say I like the look of hi Lionel, you can ask your question.
Hey, this Diamond.
Yes.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. I heard a lot of good things about you. So I said, let me get on here.
Yes, thank you.
Yes, yes.
I
So
appreciate you for coming.
yeah, thank you for all you've done. Like I heard some really nice, cool things about you and I'm looking forward to learning from you with Leeds Boost. I really want to replace my stand store and put Leadzboost there and my and links in my bios because it looks more professional. It looks more like I invested in my business, and
Yes.
I want to keep that up there. Uh, but the only thing I guess my next step is emails. Like I know I can capture emails, but I want to do a sequence, and I want to know when will you have a call where we can go over emails.
I'm gonna get to emails. I'm gonna get
Okay.
to like the basics of the emails. But I can I'll write that down. I'll write that down to do like a more in-depth email video, but I am gonna get to the emails.
Okay, so yeah, that's probably what I need to start with just the basics and how to like how to start one. Once I see how you do it, then I can just play with it and then just keep
Hmm.
going over and over. So the basics
Absolutely.
is good, it might be good enough for me for now. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. No problem. Okay, so does anybody else have any questions or let me know if I'm going too fast or if we're all good, if I need to repeat anything. So we uploaded our product. I'm just showing you guys the funnels that, just templates. Let me know.
It does, mine does look like that. I apologize. I'm so sorry. This is just information overload, so I'm trying to get used to everything.
It's okay. I understand. I understand. So I'm gonna try to do more of these so that it's repetitive and that you just see it often and yeah. You can ask your question, Sherelle.
Okay. I did see I feel like Maria, it is a lot of information. Um, and you may have answered this because I started with beacons as well. Do I just like shut that down and just come in here with these funnels and I can just redo my stuff with these funnels that exist without even worrying about that? That's the first part. And the other thing is I already had an existing website that I already had created. How do I get leads to connect with my website so that this all just flows together?
So, okay. Um, you don't need Leadzboost is an all-in-one.
Okay.
It's an all-in-one. So to pay for beacons and what platform is your website on?
My website is on Ionos. So that's what I designed my website on. And I did that. I filled out that form and I gave them all the information I had because
Uh,
I bought that website. I designed it. I did my email from that. I did my domain. I did all of that before I even knew about this, before I even knew about DBA or anything else. So I already
right.
had all the
I've never
stuff.
heard of that before.
Mm-mm.
Ionos?
Ionos.
Okay, I think I've seen it before, but I'm not too familiar with it. But um, do you pay for that?
Yeah, I bought everything. So like I said, I had all this stuff before I even knew about DBA or anything else. So my
But do you pay
website is
for it
up.
monthly?
No, no.
Okay. So, um, as far as a monthly payment, if it's something that you had to pay for monthly, I would say, I would just bring it all here because,
Yeah,
you know, but if you already, if I'm not familiar with that one, so I'm
yeah,
kind of, and
yeah.
I don't know what to say about that one. I
Okay,
don't
that's
want to tell you
okay.
the
That's
wrong
okay.
thing,
I know it's okay. But like I said, I did fill
but
out the form and I did give them that information. And I was like, well, how do I? Because that was a lot of work. I told you when I was mentioned earlier. I was like,
right.
and I love my site, and I'm like, I don't want to have to redo all of that again.
I understand. I
Yeah.
understand what you're saying because I did the same thing for my Wix and I did all by myself. And I
Yes.
love it. I said, I did, listen, I understand. I understand completely.
Yeah, but I
But I
submitted
feel
the
like,
domain and everything because I own my domain and everything else. I own my email addresses. I did all that already.
right. But I feel like, I don't want to pay for Wix and pay for this. You know
Right,
what I mean? I
right,
don't want
right,
to do that.
right. I don't
And
want to pay
you
for
could
nothing else.
have,
You're right. I don't.
right.
Right,
It's all in one. And it's just like,
right,
you got to utilize the software to
right. Because
its
I want to move
maximum
it.
capability.
Yeah, I
And
want
not
to.
only that, you can have multiple websites on here. You can put
Okay,
multiple domains on here.
okay.
So, and for Wix, I have to pay for each website I want to like,
Yeah, yeah. That
you
part, you're
know?
right. You're right. That part. And I just happened in this case with the website and the email, I just happened to go ahead and buy it up front. So,
Hmm.
but it was options for me to do other ones as well. I just didn't do that. But I know what you're talking
Right,
about. But I didn't do that. So I was like, okay, well, I already have these things. How do I get it over here?
right.
Yeah,
Um,
we'll work on it. We'll figure it out.
yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
We'll figure it out. I won't take any more time. I just was wondering. Okay.
It's okay. Maria, did you have a question? I
I
think,
have one more question
okay.
before I forget it, since you brought it up when you said that you can like I guess add multiple domains. But I have a question in regards to that. When you add multiple domains, will all the information just be stored like together, or will the information be separate according to the domain?
So you always have to choose your domain. It's always going to ask you to choose a domain. Um, so let's say, um,
Like for
okay, so that's
example, so for example, say like I sell digital products, I'm doing like, the courses or whatever. But then say I have like a spa also, for example, and I
right.
have a domain for my spa. On my dashboard, like say, will all of my customer emails be like all in one place, or will it be like separate? For example, my customers for my spa will be in one place, and then the customers for my digital products will be separate. Like they'll be everything will be separate, or will it all be together?
To my knowledge, everything will be this together, but you'll be able to identify them through tags. Like it'll
Okay.
tag, you'll be able to tag them to know who's who.
Okay. All right. Thank
Yeah,
you.
no problem. So I'm gonna show you guys how to design a funnel or your store. So, this is the step we're at now. So some people's everybody's is different. So now we kind of have a basis of how we started it. So newer people, their back office will look like this. But if you guys was already in DBA, like in the first pre-launch situation, your situation might look different. And if you want what we have here, you can definitely reach out and we can upload it to your stores. Um, and so, no fretting. There is that capability. So most people have this blank link in bio template. And so I'm gonna show you guys what that looks like so we can see what we're. This is mine. How does this here? Hold on. Oh my gosh. Hold on, let me refresh the page. Oh, I should have showed you guys. Let me see. Oh, maybe I was too tired last night and I did it the wrong place. Let me refresh the page. But I should have showed you guys because I was like, let me see what this is could do. Because I'm still learning too. Oh, this is mine. Let me see. Oh, I don't know what. Okay, so y'all seen the preview? Sometimes I don't know. Because I'm like, oh, this is mine. But when you go to the preview, okay, this is what it looks like. This is what the blank template looks like, right? But we're gonna take that from that to something else. I think this is mine. Oh, it's not. I don't know what's happening. Okay. I said, oh, I must have been tired last night. It was really late, but okay, so this is what the blank template looks like. So I went from this template. I wish I could show you guys, but we're gonna judge this up a little bit. So here are some buttons. So here you add elements, you can see the layers. Uh, and so let me show you guys. So if you hover over different elements, you'll see different boxes. You'll see different color boxes. So if you see this green, it's like everything and up. That's gonna cover the whole section. So if I click on that specific box and do something to it, it's gonna do something to the whole section. So let's say I change that red. It does something to the whole section, right? But if I click on this this blue box, which is a row. Oh, that's not a good example. If I click on the element of this, let me show you. So every color is a different section of it. So the green is gonna do the whole area. The blue is gonna do like different rows. So this will be a row and this will be a row. So they can control the different rows. The oranges are elements. So that's gonna be your photos, your text, your forms. Those are elements, right? So when you click the plus to add an element, this would be a section. This is a section. So it's going to create a whole new area. So with that, it's going to show you that you have to add a row next, right? So you can't just go from a section to an element. You have to add a row next. So you can just click that button. And so you can either add a row with two, but usually, oh no, why didn't it do the whole thing? I'm sorry, y'all. Let me go back. I'm trying to show y'all the difference for real. This is the section. So you see the section is white. This section is red. So that red is only controlling the one section. It's not controlling the whole page. It controls the section. This is a whole different section down here. So when you're changing the colors of things or tweaking the settings of things, you have to be mindful of what area you're working in. So this is a section. You have to add a row to your section. You have to add a row to the section in order for it to then be able to add an element. So you guys can see I made that section. This blue box is the row. And now I'm gonna add an element. So say I want to add a headline here. And so now I can add things. Now I can add different elements. I can add a sub headline and you drag it and drop it where you want. And now I can add a paragraph. And you see you can put it where you want, y'all. And all of this is in the section. So if I go to decide to make this section green, it's going to do it to the whole section. But if I say, oh, I just want to make the background, um, okay, right? So that's a section, right? So if I come over here, all the settings are on this left side for each element. So you'll see what element you're on if you over here on this right side. Here's the section. If I click on the header, you'll see that this is the headline. So it's going to open up section. It's going to open up the settings for each specific element that you're on. So that's these settings on the right. Sorry, y'all. That's these settings on the right. So every time you click something, I click this image, you'll see that it's on the image and it's going to open up image settings. So pick what you want to change, right? So now let's do my header. So it's on the headline and you're going to see, you can name it. And I'm going to say header. This is my header. I want the background color to be orange. You see, it's only going to do the specific area. So when you're clicking something, when you're trying to change something, be mindful of where you're at in the situation. Because sometimes you're like, well, why isn't the whole background? Why isn't it the whole background? And that's why, because you're on the element and you're trying to change the color. If you want the color to take on the background color, you're not going to put it as white because it'll keep it white. You want to put it as transparent. And so when you're looking at these settings over here to the right, go slow because sometimes you'll miss what you're looking for. A lot of the times you'll miss what you're looking for. I always miss what I'm looking for. So you can do, the alignment. The letter spacing is just going to space the letters out more. The font is going to make it bigger. The weight is going to make it thicker. The type, this is where you change what kind you want. So it's going to naturally take the typography of what the page is. So if it's a headline, it's going to take that headline font. If it's content, which is what they're referring to, like the paragraph, it's going to take that font. You can always choose a custom font, and then you would click this font family, and this will come up, and you can search through all of these fonts and find you a nice font. Let me show you what font I love. I type in script. This is my favorite font, y'all. Don't be telling people. And I would and put your stuff here. So this is good for people who don't have a logo yet, or um, you can just put your name there and make it a nice script. And I'm gonna make it bigger. Okay, so that's the sections, y'all. So you have the big section, we have the row, and you have the little elements. So here, and you can see that this element here, that square, is not going to cover the whole page, right? So if I do something to this element here, it's gonna look crazy if I just change the background. And you're like, why isn't it the whole thing? Why isn't it wide? Why isn't it wide? And it's because you didn't do um the whole situation, the whole section, if you will. So I want to fix all of this, right? Because this is I'm looking crazy right here. So I'm gonna delete this section because I don't need it, y'all. So you hover over it and you'll see either I can drag it, so I can take it, I can drag it down so it's below, but it's only gonna go to a space where there's another space, another opportunity for a section. You see, it didn't allow me to drop it nowhere in here, but another, like the end of another section. And it applies to all the other, if it's an element, it has to be another element. If that makes sense. Does that make sense? Like you can only drag it, drop it to where it's gonna fit. So let me do it again. So if I wanted to take this, you hover over it and you see that top button is drag. It's not gonna let me drag it to this picture because it's not the picture is in a section. I'm trying to drag it into a section, and it's not gonna allow me to do that. It has to be a space to where that section ends and another section can begin. So you're grabbing the wrong thing. I just want to grab my name. So I'm gonna grab that specific element. And so you can drop it there, and I can even drop it where I need to drop it. So if you can't move things how you want to move it, you may be grabbing the wrong thing. Okay, so um that's and so I know those boxes get crazy, like it is a headache. So I'm trying to explain it the best way I can. You guys know how it is when you know something and you're trying to explain it to other people. It'd be difficult. But I'm trying, y'all. So I don't need this section here. You delete it. So I'm not gonna delete it one. I don't need the whole section. So you go to that green section and you delete it. So now here I am. I have my sections, right? So I want to change, I want to fix I want to fix this color red. You see when I clicked on here, it didn't give me that, I didn't see the red pop up. I clicked on here, I still didn't see that background color of the red because you're not choosing the right element. This section has the background color of the red, and I want to remove it. And see, and anything you don't need, you can remove. I'm not going to delete the whole section. I'm just going to delete the element I don't need, unless you don't need the section. So now I want to change this picture. So I'm going to click on the element that I want the settings for, right? So now the image settings will show up on the right. All the image settings will show up on the right. You'll see the image options and you'll see a URL. Don't worry about the URL. Click this photo and your media storage will show up. Every time you upload something, you will see the media storage. It'll always, you don't have to keep uploading. So let's say, and you can have folders here too. So let's say I want um so if you double click it, it'll just go. You don't have to worry about the URL. You can just double click it. So now my picture has changed. Okay. So the page is coming along. To view the page in a mobile, you would go up here to this little mobile and it shows you how it's looking, how they would see a mobile. I would say sometimes sometimes the settings will what's the word? It'll adjust to it'll take on the desktop settings, and sometimes it won't. So sometimes you may have to configure it appropriately to each view. And so I feel like this is too big, and so I want to take it down a little bit. And so that looks a little better. And if I go back to the desktop, it did not change the size of it. It was only for the mobile view. To view it, to view the desktop view big, you can click this eye right here, and it will bring it up. Okay, so now it looks a little better, right? So we shaking. We got a name here. We got a name here, y'all. So let me show y'all these buttons again. So this is to add the elements, right? We see that we added some elements. This is for the layers. So layers is just another way you see your sections. If you click it, you see your rows, and you'll see all the things that's in that specific section. So this section is just a green box. And if you click it, it does highlight what you're on. Um, and that's just another way to view that. Then you have pages. So how I was showing you the funnel steps, you will see your page. You can click this button and you can see the different pages here and go to them from here. You don't have to keep backing out. This is for tracking. So like for your, like, if you wanted to track with Facebook and things like that. Um, this is for custom CSS. Most of us won't do that. This is to change the whole page's font. So you can change the whole page and it will, you won't have to, do it specifically each section. I like Montserrat, me personally. I would use that as my content font. Um, and then here is the background. So here is that background, this little trifecta. This is how you change the background. So you don't have to do each individual section. It will do the whole page for you. So you can either choose a color or or a URL, or the photo, like how I just showed you. Don't worry about the URL. Just click the little page and your media storage comes up again. And so if your media storage will come up, but also if you click on it and click all, you'll also get backgrounds and Unsplash and Picabay options as well. And you can search here and let's say peach, and it'll give you like different options. Like I like this. So I'm gonna double click this. And now let's change the background. So let's view what that looks like. That didn't do nothing for me. Let's make sure we save it. And then view. And so now we got a little something going on here. So now it has some, we took it from that plain page, this, and now it looks like this. So that's how you put your personality into it. Upload your pictures, add a background, change some font, put your logo there. If you had a logo, you could put your logo here. And you wouldn't need a name because your logo is such a name. So scrolling down, here is a way to collect emails. So we have the sneak peek here. You don't have to have your sneak peek here. Any freebie you have, you would just click on the photo and the photo here and go to change the picture and put your freebie there, the freebie picture there. Then you would need to add a form. So you would click on that form section and that form option comes up. See, I want form. Here you'll see drop downs of different forms you have. And then you can add that form. So I'm going to click freebie opt-in. And so you can edit the form. Say I wanted to make this button a peachy color. You will go to edit. And so you're just editing the design of it, not necessarily, it's not, a form is just like the information they're going to put in. Not necessarily. It's not a survey, it's not a questionnaire. It's just, if you have something where you need to collect data. So you will go over here to this button that says style and options. You can click on this button actually and put what it says. Grab your freebie, right? And then I want to change the background. Um, if you have hex code for your brand, that would be good. You could just put that hex code in. What I did, peach, y'all? Okay, peach. I don't know, something like that. And then that white is too white, so it's too light. So you scroll down a little more, and you'll see text. And I'm gonna make it black. And then you save. If you select back, it doesn't do anything. I just close it and save. And then we view. Let's see what it did. Where's my format? Save. Let's view. I don't even know. Yeah, I'm messing up my tutorial. But that's essentially what you would do, right? Oh, let me look at the chat, y'all. Okay. No problem. No problem. And I am recording. Hopefully it is good because girl, I'm fumbling, but I'm gonna try to save this recording. But thank you for coming, Heather. So moving along. So these buttons, right? So these are the buttons. So this is your link in bio, right? So your link in bio is gonna be your hub. So think of it as a hub. So it's gonna be a place you host your links. So it could take, so somebody had an example, like if you had digital products, but you also had a spa business, you can put all of those links here. I would put things that I'm going to talk about a lot, like I will be on social media about a lot, so that when people go to this main link, they can see all the important links because they may see other services or other products they want to get as well. So those important links, those main links is kind of what you want to put on here. So you have your leads boost, it- you have your DBA, and we have a DBA funnel now, so we don't need both buttons. So we can change this. So same thing. If you want to change something about something, you click on that element, that button options come up. It'll be kind of all the way up here. And you can change the font, the weight, the size, um, the type, and the color. And all the way towards the bottom is the important part, is where you change what the text say. So let's say I have one-on-one coaching services. Um, right? So important links that you want people to access quickly. You will put that here. You can put subtext like um, so something is there, right? But it's white. So scroll up, you see your color options. Everything is kind of like in sections. I don't know if you noticed it. Uh, they'll group a whole bunch of sections together, a whole bunch of things that's related together. Because why is these colors? Okay, so your subtext the color needs to be changed. So now you can see it. Okay, so I added my text, I added my subtext. Um, yeah, I know. Y'all, that's for your subtext. Then you have to say what the button is going to do or where the button is going to take you, the button action. So this part is the most important part of your buttons. You want to put what the button is going to say and what the button is going to do. So here is where you're going to link it to. So either you have a URL, and so for those who have affiliate links, you can put that affiliate link here. So if you had the script, you will put the script here, and then you will put that affiliate link here. Um, if you want it to take you to uh, the next step of the funnel, so you guys seen how I was showing you that there's different funnel steps. Sometimes it will go, you want it to go to the next step. Sometimes you want it to skip a step. So here is where you're going to tell it where to go. Um, so uh, this is what's going to give you the actions. This is what's going to, where you tell the buttons what to do. Okay, so that's the buttons. And so most people link and bio will look like this. You can change the button's color. Um, let's say orange. Oh no, see, look, I'm still on the wrong thing, y'all. I'm still on the same thing. And so that's the color option, but you'll see that there's an option that says background color. And it's kind of white, so that's why you have to go slow when you're on the sides because you would miss this. Because I'm over here looking for a color. So let's change it to this color right here. Um, so you can change the color of things, y'all. Like, so um, it don't have to be plain. So you see how I took this, look how different it looks from where it came from. Where we came from to where we are now. Oh, look, and it did take my updates. I just had to be patient. So it would be best if you had your hex code numbers so that you could easily put it in there. And so how you would do that, because look at I was trying to get all the colors together and they're so far off. But that would be best. So to put your hex code number in there, it says, didn't find the color you want, add a custom color. And you click that, and then you would just put your hex code number right in there and click add a color. Um, so now our funnel is done. This is considered a funnel because it's a one single page that's going to take you to, whatever pages that you needed to go to, multiple pages. Right? So our funnel is done. That's for our link in bio. So, okay, so now we have a link in bio. Everything is not going to go, everything doesn't need to be on that main page, on that link in bio, right? That's going to be for the main stuff that we have, the important stuff, the high selling stuff, the stuff that people want, right? The juicy stuff. But there's also other things that we're going to need to list and that we're going to want to put in our store, like, um, you know, um, other little low ticket items, other items. So that would be in your store. And so let's go to the store. So this is a blank store template. So the store process has multiple steps, right? When you go to checkout, we all know the process. We just don't know that we know the process. When you're looking at stuff online and you see it amongst all the other products, and you're like, oh, I like this one. And you click that. So that's going to take you to product details. Then you're going to put it in your cart, and then that checkout where you put in your information in, and then you're going to get a thank you page. So that's the process of the product checkout, right? Of the store. So we're going to edit this. And so with your store, you don't have to do too much to it, y'all. It does not need to be red, blue, and gray. It don't need to be too crazy because people need to see what they're buying. They need to see where they're at. They need to see. So you don't have to make it complicated. It don't have to be complicated. I like it to be white, fresh, clean, neat, simple. So when you go in here, you're going to see these other products. This is just to show you what it's going to look like. This is not products you have listed in your store. That was a question somebody else had. This is just the products that's here. Then we have to where you can easily put your image here. So all you have to do is select it, and you're going to go to the settings on the side, and you're going to put that same image, that same logo. Um, I forgot which one we use, y'all. Um, You could put whatever you need to put here. I forgot which one we use, but I ain't gonna get too hung up on it. Oh, okay, we used a picture. So that's not really a logo, right? So I don't think it would be good here. Let's see this one. So, and also be mindful, this is set to a circle. This is set to a circle. To take that circle off, you would go to advanced and you see image radius. And we're gonna say none. So now we have her logo here. Um, um, so you can either align it to the left, align it to the right. It's very big because that's how you see the sizing of it. So if we take that off, it's gonna also, if you only take one off, it's gonna automatically configure, I guess, to what it thinks it should be. Um, so sometimes you can take both of them off. And this is the actual size of the picture. So we can align it to the left, we could put it in the middle, align it to the right, however you want to do. And so this is enough for the store. It doesn't have to be crazy. Um, I can click this section. So you see here, this green, you see is the green going down. That means it's a green going up, right? It's a section up there. But I can't grab it. You see, it's not coming up for me. I can't grab it. Um, and and when this happens, you need to click on layers and you'll be able to grab it. See, now it's the green. You can see the green on the top, but it wasn't coming up like that before. So, somebody has a question? Um, so if I wanted to change this section at the top, I have the green, that green box, that section box, and now I can change the background color. Let's say to red. Okay, that's looking cute. Let's save it and let's look at how it looks. We're gonna click this eye so we can see it. Okay, so it doesn't have to be complicated. So this is technically your store. This is what your store would look like. So this is what I was referring to when you can include or not include things in your store. So like my DBA test, I should have chose to not include it in my store because it's not complete, right? It's still waiting for a picture. This box say there is no picture there. Um, so this is your store. So on your link in bio, this page that says browse more, click here to browse more, or you can say visit my store, you can change that. And you would want to refer them to um, this page here. This is where you want them to go to your store so that they can see all the other items that you have that aren't listed in your link in bio. Does that make sense? Look at me on my tabs, y'all. Lord. So, um, so that's your store, right? Okay, so that's the first page of the store. Like I said, the store has 5 different pages that go along with the process. So if you hold on, let me look at the chat. Can we only have 3 main links? I don't think so. What do you mean 3 main links? No, you can have more. You can have more. I'm sorry, you could okay, let me go back to it. You can have more. You could definitely have more. Sorry, I missed it. Sorry, y'all. Let me go back to it. Edit. So you could have as many links as you want to. So what you would do for that is, okay, so you see how this is the element and it has a blue box around it. So the blue box has the spacing. It has that spacing that you want. And so you would go to duplicate or clone that blue box so that you can have more buttons. So if I clone it, it's gonna give you the space, it's gonna give you and then you just press the button, change the what it says, and change where it goes to. If you clone it just the element, you see it's not gonna have the spacing to it. It's gonna be kind of crazy. So I would say clone it at the blue box. It is gonna give you that spacing. If you want to move them up, move it from the blue box, take it, grab it, boom, and you can put it where you want. Just make sure that you are changing the link or wherever you want it to go. Make sure you are still doing the settings of that button. Okay. Um, did I miss anything else from here? Um, so okay, so yeah, I think I went through everything but that. Yeah, so you could easily clone that, but yeah, I would say to clone it from that blue box because it already has the spacing and the margins. Because they get tricky. The spaces and the margins get tricky. Um, and so you want that spacing. It's already set up to kind of be easy for y'all. And then make sure you save. And then let's see what it looks like mobile. We did see our final results mobile. So this is what it would look like mobile, y'all. And it's cute. It's cute. Okay, so let's go back. So we design our link in bio. And so we were doing our store. So okay, let me go back to the store. The store will be quick, y'all. She said very cute. Thank you. So the store is quick, because you're not doing too much to the store. So you're not doing too much to the store. So I did her header. I consider this a header. All you have to do is put your branding on it so people know who they're shopping with. You don't have to change the colors down here. You don't have to do none of that. Um, if anything, you can like change, I guess, these color, like these buttons right here, if you wanted to, but don't. It is no point of messing with things. You can just leave all of that down there and focus on that top section. Put your branding in there. So now I want to make this a global header. The global header is going to say, anywhere this header is, if I ever make any changes to it, it'll change across the board. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna click layers and I'm gonna try to grab that section again. You see that green is highlighted, and I'm gonna click these three dots and I'm gonna click save section. And I'm gonna name this one um global header. And I'm gonna save it to global sections. Save. Save. So now I'm gonna go, you can click these buttons up here. This button is gonna take you to the pages. This button does the same thing, it takes you to pages. And now you see the other steps of the checkout process. So I'm going to go to product details. So again, you don't have to change anything other than here, but just put your header. So we already have this, but I don't want this. I want to take that off. And so you can just delete that section, y'all. I think most y'all will have that. So you can just delete it, and we're going to add an element, and we're going to go to global sections. You see, before we was going to element that had all the pictures, the forms, the images. That's where you would go to add all that stuff. Surveys, calendars. We want to go to global section. And I see my global header, and I'm gonna drag that into it. Global sections are good for headers, for footers, um, testimonies. If you end up putting testimonies on your page, and you're gonna always put that on a funnel or something like that, you could save that section. So that way you can always just grab it. You don't have to keep configuring it. Um, it's easy to just grab it. It's just like saving a template of it. Okay, so now I did that page, so I'm gonna save it and I'm gonna go to the next page. I'm gonna delete this. I'm gonna go to layers and I'm gonna just delete it because it's easier to delete it than to just configure it. Like, I don't know. I think it's easier. I don't need that. And I drag it and I put it in there. and I'm gonna save it. I think that saves time. Then I'm gonna go to the next page. And yeah, see how fast I'm doing it. As opposed to going to the colors, going to the finding the picture every time. Uh-uh. So I rather just delete it. I go to layers, and I go to layers because sometimes you see like it's not letting me grab this green box up here, even though I know there's a green box up here. So I'm going to layers. I'm gonna choose that top section, because they in order. Choose that top section. You see now you can see the green box. And I'm gonna delete it. I don't need it. And I'm gonna go to add the element. And you see it's already, because I was already on global sections, it keeps popping up like that. And I'll just drag it in there. And I'm gonna see that's the checkout page. And it's just showing you what it looks like in this view. And then I'm gonna go to the thank you page. And I'm gonna go to layers. And I'm gonna delete it. And so we have it there because some people might not know what to do and they could just easily fill it in, but oh, maybe I can make the template a global header. Oh, I think I might do that. I may help the future people. That's a good idea. And I'm dragging it in. Okay. So now, so now we did that. We're done. We're done with the store. Once you put that header on there, the design of the store is done. It's complete. So we can preview the link. So here's what it looks like. This is the product page. Then you click on the product. This is the product details. So if I put a description here, you can see all the descriptions. Then when you add to the cart, leave the cart. This is the cart page. And see, it's just branding, across the board. And then you go to the checkout page. Um, and that's what that looks like. And then the thank you page. It's not gonna let me go to there because I didn't purchase. But so now the products are in the store. So they can either choose to check out on the store or on your funnel, right? So well, or your link in bio. So I didn't actually do a funnel for you guys. I did the link in bio in the store. Um the funnel I guess would be a little more specific. Maybe I could do specifically that next time. But I do want to show you guys what to do for the products that are listed in the store. So I did the link in bio and I did the store. Um, let me see. So now, thanks. Have a nice weekend. See you next time. And I'll be back on Tuesday, I think. And I'll also just be trying to jump on sporadically and catch people I don't catch all the time. So now let's say somebody purchased off of your store. Um, so they purchased off your store and we have to deliver this product. So we would go to automations. So the AI chat automations, that is for the ManyChat feature. So that's for um, how you configure your like when you tell people comment comment DBA and I'll send you the info. That is the AI chat automation feature configurations there. But the funnel automations is what we want to go to. And let me close some of these because these tabs are driving me crazy. So you guys will see templates back here. If you don't need it, then don't worry about it. Like some of them will say, SWC, UBC. That if it don't apply to you, don't worry about it. But it is an easy way to um, just do the process. So here is opt-in, so that's more for freebies. Here is that nurture sequence Lionel was asking about. Lead magnet, that's more of a freebie. And this is a purchase email. So this is the email you would send if somebody actually purchases from you, right? So let me do that one first because that's important, right? So you can always clone these, y'all. So you go over here and you can click duplicate workflow. So every time you add another product, you do have to duplicate the workflow. You do have to create a workflow for it. But it's easier when you just duplicate it. It is easier when you just duplicate it because the settings is correct. You just have to tell it what product. And so I'm gonna show you guys that. So when you click on purchase email, so these are things people purchase. So be mindful of that, not a freebie. Purchase email. If I cloned this, I would have changed the name to what my product is. Try to keep the naming conventions together. So now if I had multiple purchase emails, I will be able to find it because it's in order. I'll see all the purchase emails together. And then I'll know what product it is. So here we have the purchase. Okay, actually I am gonna duplicate it because I don't want to mess up this one. And duplicate. So it's gonna ask you what? You take out that copy, purchase email, and let's say for um let's say that. So for the digital profit pack, so you see that it'll keep all your purchase emails together. It won't be like all over the place. Same thing for email nurture sequence. I would make sure that you're not looking all over because after a while you're gonna have a whole bunch of pages and you're gonna need to be able to find what you're looking for. So I'm gonna go to my um I'm gonna go to my workflow for this digital profit pack. So because I duplicated it, it's going to show me two because we have it set up for DBA 1 and 2. But I only need one. So I'm going to show you. So the trigger is going to say, what set this off for me to start this workflow? What happened for me to begin this workflow? And so that's the trigger. So we want our trigger to be payment received. I received the payment for this product, so now you can go deliver this email. And so you're gonna see, you can choose your workflow. So there's multiple ways, different triggers. But for delivering our email in regards to our products, we want it to be payment received. We received the payment. So you can put for what product here, you can name it, be more specific, profit pack, whatever. Um, so I received the payment. So global product is going to say for what product? What product did you receive a payment for? So if the digital profit pack, say I would say for that specific product, right? And that payment was successful because sometimes you can receive it can register that someone tried to make a purchase, but that purchase failed. So we don't want the email to deliver to them. So in that instant, so these two filters are what's important. It's gonna say the trigger is the payment was received for what product and that payment was successful. That's what you want your trigger to be when you're delivering these emails. Um, and then you save it. That's it. So this is for this that first one was for DBA 1 and this one is for DBA 2. So all of our products won't have that, right? So we don't need to worry about that. So I'm gonna delete that. So once you configure it to how you like it, you can keep duplicating that specific one. Make it easier on yourself. Um, so okay, so now that person, I know who I'm triggering. The trigger went off. They purchased the product, and that product was successful. I'm gonna add a tag to those people so I can know who these people are. And so this is good when you're trying to target a certain audience, when you're sending emails and you want to target certain people. So the digital profit pack is a PLR bundle. And so I'm gonna put I'm gonna put PLR bundle because I know that so this will help me because I know that these people like PLRs. Um, these people, they purchase PLRs. So when I go have another PLR sale or another PLR product, or another opportunity to target these people, I could easily add that tag because I know these people are interested in that thing. But same thing for the DBA. See, we have DBA buyer, DBA sneak peek. So if you were targeting someone who purchased DBA, you may want to be targeting them for leads boost. Or if they just did the sneak peek, you want to kind of, maybe send an email again about purchasing. So it's a way to identify a group of people. And you can also name it by the product, um, um, I'm gonna say PLR back. And you add a new tag. And that ain't what I wrote. Okay, so add a new tag. Okay, so I'm gonna save the action. Now you're gonna get a confirmation email. This confirmation email is what you're gonna send to deliver that product. So it's gonna say from who, it's gonna say your name, or you can put a name here. If you don't put nothing here, it's gonna take from whatever is in your account. So if you have specific businesses, this is where you choose what you want it to say. Same thing with the email. This is where you choose what you want it to say. These little tags here, they're custom tags. So you can, the user is you, contact is the person purchasing. And you can put that information here. There's a button for custom fields, but that's going out of my my know-how. Um, here's the subject. So the subject is going to be what you choose, right? So, um, here is the um what I put here? Like, here's your product. Here is the digital profit pack. Congrats, here's your product, or something like that. And you can refer to ChatGPT for that as well, for delivery emails, or you can have one specific template that you use for delivering your product, and then you input the name of the product there to make it easier for yourself. Uh, and so these are some custom values, like I said. So hello, who purchased? And so this is not relevant to my product because I duplicated it from DBA, right? So, like I said, take one that is more like, a single product and then keep duplicating that one. So I would configure this to be like something like, um, thank you for your purchase. Here is your product attached below. If you have any questions, just make it something. Um, but I would kind of get a template. You kind of want a duplicatable system so that you're not working harder. Like, I want to be able to easily duplicate it, put that product name in there, and make it easy for myself. So that's what you would do there. So thank you for purchasing. If attached below. If you have a PDF, the product will be attached below. You would attach it here. If it is a link, you can link it in this area here. You can link it there. Here is the link to your product. I personally like PDFs, even if I only have one link. I like PDFs because it gives me more opportunity to upsell, to kind of show who I am. They're like, oh, this is nice. Like, let me show you guys a PDF. Sidebar. Hold on, let me see. Sidebar. Oh, um, let me see. It gives you more opportunity to kind of position yourself as a boss, you know? Client PDFs. This is a good one. What that mean? Okay, so this is one of my products, right? Thanks again. Um, here's your product. This only has one. Can y'all see this? This only has one link I'm sharing. Please move this away from the window. Well, I don't even know what that means. Um, yeah. So, oh no, I didn't want to go there. So this only has one link. I'm only usually I do this when I was first doing it. It only had um if it only had one link, I would kind of give them a link. But this gives me more opportunity to give them the information that they need, and it gives me an opportunity to upsell them to another program. Um, I've upgraded to where now I put my social media because my girl, how they supposed to connect with you? But but it gives them more opportunity, you know. So I personally I like PDFs. So that's an option there. So if you had a PDF, you would attach that PDF here. Um, or if it's a link, like say to a Google Drive or like Threads, I know Threads is a link, I think. Or in those situations, or the catalyst or the like the delivery to that. No, I'm lying. Those things, the catalyst, they have its own thing. So if I know Threads is a link, it's like a link to a Canva file. So if you had a link, you would send it to a Google Drive or something like that. You would put that in the email, and if it's a PDF, you would attach it. Then you could send a test email and then save it. And then you would publish it and save it. You could test the workflow. You could test this, see the settings for it. Um, you could see who enrolled in this workflow, like who has purchased, who, so you know that this is getting delivered to the people who have made an order. And then the execution will show you like how at what step they at. It'll show you like step by step by step, um, and what steps they are at. So that's it. That's how you deliver your product. So for every product you have, you do have to create an email because that's how it delivers to them. But it's easy to put that information in. It's just you just duplicating it. So now, um, so now I have that one. So now I will have this one, and I will kind of just keep duplicating it over and over again. Right. Um, so that's what you would do for that. So so for every product, you would need to have a workflow for it. So it has to get delivered. When you put it in your store and people purchase, it doesn't get delivered automatically. You have to have a workflow so that people can get their product. Um, and so the same thing for the opt-in. So for the opt-in, it's a freebie. So the trigger isn't going to be payment received. The trigger is somebody submitted a form. So um that form that we see on the screen that I was trying to configure. So the trigger would be form submitted. What form was submitted? And so this is where you would choose what form you selected when configuring that form. Okay, so if they filled out this form, this is what you're gonna do. So be specific about the forms. You could put the form multiple places, but if somebody, it's form specific. Because you see, if I fill out this form and you chose freebie opt-in and you're trying to use it for a different opt-in for instead of DBA, it's gonna deliver the wrong information. You get what I'm saying? So the forms are specific. So you're gonna say the form is, and what the form is, you're gonna choose your form here. And then same thing with the tags. So you can identify the group of people. And here they have it to where you can create an opportunity. So this person downloaded a freebie. So this is where I was showing you guys in the pipeline. And so now they downloaded a freebie. So now I have an opportunity to upsell them on something. I have an opportunity to get them to do something else. And so this is automatically going to be here. You don't have to do much to it. And then the email. And so same thing, you put in your information, you put the subject in, and you put you put, your information. I usually put your email, your file is attached below because some people they just miss it sometimes. So, and then you would change that out and put your sneak peek. This would be your sneak peek, your DBA opt-in. So put your sneak peek here. If there was a freebie for um your Canva course, then you will put that file there. Um, and so that's how you would deliver the freebies. And then same thing, you could duplicate this opt-in because the settings is there, like how the workflow is there, but you don't have but you just have to change the products out, like change
Yeah.
some of the words out.
So,
Does somebody have a question? Um, so that's that, right? So now, okay, so now someone has purchased, they purchased DBA, but you want to keep that lead warm and you want to keep talking to them, right? So this is where the email nurture sequence comes in. And so same thing, I would definitely keep duplicating this so that um you kind of have that original file, that original workflow, so you don't, mess it up too much. And then you duplicate it. Click those three buttons, duplicate the workflow. And I'm gonna say email nurture sequence. Uh, I don't know, I would name it something like welcome. So this is like, okay, this is their first time purchasing something for me. Let me introduce myself. Let me show them, let me keep them warm. You have to keep your leads warm. Don't just let somebody purchase from something from you and you never go back to them. There's a reason they purchased from you in the first place. They obviously liked you. They obviously wanted to buy from you. So there's a because they chose you out of everybody else. So there's a reason people purchase from you. So you want to keep showing them the reason they purchased from you, and you want to keep that lead warm because you have other products you keep growing. So share that product. So, and also value, keep sharing with your audience. So, um, so here's the nurture sequence, right? So what you can do is, I would say, I would say, okay, we're gonna change this here. You can change it at the top here. I would say welcome DBA, right? So I'm gonna put here if this, I'm gonna say payment received here because I want to target the people who just bought DBA for me. So you can type it in, payment, and there's so many options here, y'all, that if y'all look back here, you're gonna be like, I could do a trigger for anything. So I'm gonna say payment received. Yeah, that's just to name it. That's if you have multiple triggers. You just want to know which one is which. So I'm gonna say payment received, and I'm gonna add a filter because what we want to make sure how we target the people, we want them to know which product and that product was successful. So I added a filter. You select here, global product is, and then you add your product. So I'm gonna say volume one, and the payment status is successful. Okay, so let me move that over. So because you can do the same thing for DBA, because we have two volumes, you can also add another trigger for it to do volume two, right? And so now we have they bought DBA, they bought DBA. We sent them an email with their confirmation and all the information to get into school and things like that. So I'm gonna add a wait. I wanted to wait because I already just sent them an email. I just sent them an email with the information, right? So you can add a wait. So to do that, you would select that little plus. Uh-oh. You select that little plus, and you can type in wait, or I'm gonna say wait. It's gonna say for how long. Is a time delay. For how long? I'm gonna say you can say 2 hours, a day. I would say a day. I'm gonna wait a day. Save action. Um, it doesn't have to wait. Hold on, let me move it down. Why you don't want to? Okay, so I'm gonna move it down because it can add the tag to this person. So I want to move it down to after add a tag. So I'm saying move here. So they bought it, it added a tag, and this tag says offer name. So I would change this to say um, DBA nurture because it's in the nurture sequence now. DBA nurture, add a tag. And you don't have to add so many tags. Don't have to do that. It's just a way to bunch people together and know how people are bunched together. Um, and so I'm gonna say wait a day because I just sent you an email about your confirmation. I'm gonna wait a day and I'm gonna be in your inbox, your email, your email box is in and and give you an introduction like, oh, and see, you can change this. It doesn't have to say that. It could just say introduction, welcome to the team, whatever you wanted to put there. The subject, welcome to the team, and you put what you want. So, hey, welcome to the team. I'm so glad you decided to buy with me. A little about me. I'm such and such and such and such. This is my story. I'm so glad to see for us to be on this journey together. See you in the next one. And you say, um, and then it's gonna wait. So the wait, let's see how long it says. It's gonna wait another day. And so the advanced features is gonna you can either say, oh, only send this on the weekday, between the hours of 9 to 5. So that you're not it's not because it's gonna do it exactly to the time. So you don't want to be hitting people up at 2 o'clock in the morning. So you can say wait a day and then you can send the next email. And so that next email could be about, it's going to give you examples, this breakthrough moment. So how you started. When we first got on, Miss Sherelle was telling me her story and how she started her digital marketing journey. She could put that in this second email so that people, they could fill you out. They get to know you more, know your story and relate. And then you could wait another day. And so you can have Chat GPT write you um, a basis to kind of start with your email. Like, can you write me a 5 email sequence um, for nurturing a lead who has purchased the Digital Boss Academy from me, which is a PLR community um, and it'll, you gotta be very specific with ChatGPT. That's how you get the best information. People always talk about it sounds like AI, and that's because they don't know how to get it to they don't know how to get it to be specific to what you want. You gotta give the most information. Sometimes I tell it all the way to the T. This is the product, this is DBA. One time I gave it the whole DBA description. This is what's in DBA. This is what DBA, and ChatGPT has memory, so it will remember. You don't have to keep telling it. Because now when I say DBA, the Digital Boss Academy, they already know what it's about. And so they write me stuff to the T. So that's the thing. So you can tell it to write you a 5 email sequence to nurture your lead who purchased such and such. And then so it's already configured to have the weight to do what it needs to do. So all you're doing is putting in the information and then you publish it. You could publish and save. And then you could take the same there are other sequences that are a little more like intense, but I don't think we need that for what we're doing. And at this point, we don't need to get too crazy. And as we go on, like maybe we could like start getting more elaborate. But when I tell you that there's so many triggers, there's so many actions, this button here, there's so many actions and triggers. Like, look, I'm gonna keep going down. It could send emails, SMS. Like, it's so many triggers that could get overwhelming. So I would say take the template and I'm not gonna save it because take the template, duplicate it, and then put your information in. So now you have one that's like the template, and you can even name it template so you know never to use it. Um, take it, duplicate it, and then plug in your information. Your per your your purchase emails are the trigger is always going to be payment received and you're gonna put in for what product and that the payment was successful. And for your like freebies or if a form was filled out, it's gonna say form submitted. Um, and then you're still gonna tell it what form it was. Um, and then and put in that email information. So that's pretty much the gist of that. Do you guys have any questions? I know that was a whole earful. That was a whole earful, but if you guys do have any questions, let me
Yeah, I have
know.
a question.
Sure.
Yeah, so I was on the pre-launch for the Lead Boost and they were building my site out, but I haven't really seen what the site looks like. I don't even know what it looks like.
Did you get an email saying that it was completed?
No, I did not.
Okay, so if they may still be working on it, but I'm scared to go. I don't know if it's I don't know, Miss Deborah. Let me see.
Oh, okay.
Because they had to redo it at one point. So it may not be done. It may not be done.
Yeah,
But
I
they
had Michael take a look at it and he was thinking that they had it mixed in with another store. That's why I was just trying to see. I hadn't really seen. And so that's why I was on the technical call trying to figure out.
okay, let me look. Let me see now. And then you also had two accounts, so it was kind of hard to
Oh, yeah, because I didn't know if I did the onboarding and survey, so I don't know.
okay, let me see. Let me see. I don't this ain't it. That ain't it. Let me see. Um so yours is it's not done yet. I don't know what they're talking about. Okay, so this is what we looking like so far. So it just has the did you have specific colors that you wanted or
No, I didn't. I just wanted it kind of clean. Yeah.
okay. So that's what
Yeah.
we got so far. Are you okay with this?
So they would send me, I don't like so I had two businesses. Um, and so maybe that's what it is. But where I don't like the print of the Deborah Harris. I kind of like the one you had when you were showing earlier.
Oh, the script? Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one I
Okay.
kind of like.
Okay. So but do you have logos already?
Yes, I did the logos. I got Stripe. Um,
Okay, maybe we don't have the logos. Because they could
yeah,
put the
I
they could
uploaded them. I uploaded them.
oh okay, so I gotta look into that for you.
Okay.
Because yeah, let me look into that for you. Let me stop sharing. Um, let me look into that for you so that we can see. Let me stop this.